What's good, YouTube? Your boy The Wiz, coming at you live. How can it be live without it being live, you say? I don't know, I just said it. But anyway, making my first video sober. That's right, folks, it's the Sober Series. That wasn't really flaily at all since it's dark as F out here. Little storm rolling through technically half the country. You see this thing on the map. Ooh, purdy storm from Ohio, north of Ohio, like above the lake, all the way down to Texas. Beautiful roll of clouds, absolutely astonishing. With a good like a third of yellow and red. Should have had a little bit more thunder today. We didn't get it. I'm waiting for a really good storm to pick up our first run of the season, first rain run of the season. Should be good once it happens. It's still a little bit chilly. We're still in the 50s, maybe 60s during the average temperature times. Where am I headed home from, you ask? Because I hear your guys' questions in real time. From the bar. That's right, folks. I am 2 for 3 on going to the bar during Sober Series. It is what it is, but apparently the first rule, or one of the rules in the whole game of changing your ways, is reconnect. And well, when you think about it, I kind of like giving you guys the background. You guys know me well enough. I like giving you guys where I'm at. I should look forward, but I know y'all want to see my pretty dark face, right? Oh man, but it's odd to think that, you know, we drink, we smoke, we any addiction. I mean, I'd like to stick with the topic of drugs since it's more so my specific area of not only interest but expertise. When you take these things, I know everybody's different. This will be my journey as far as these series of vlogs go, and I think I might get into them. This is my first one, like I said, and it's difficult. It's going to take time for my mind to readjust to just a way of thinking. Right now I'm definitely in a fog, a sober fog. It's more of a neutral feeling, kind of emotionless, somewhat feelingless. Drugs of choice that I use are alcohol and cannabis, and I would say cannabis keeps me introverted. By the end, and I've been tapering off for about 7 years now, using for 17. Damn. A little bit longer when you say it out. But 17, yeah, 15, 16, I took my first hit, and it was pretty easy since I was in a position to where I just wasn't comfortable. High school days, I wasn't happy with who I was becoming. I wasn't allowed to be who I wanted to be. I was already on drugs, prescribed drugs, Adderall, and all these ADD things and ADHD things. But over the years, it took maybe another 8, so 16 to about 25, I got my first knock on the door saying, from the soul, from the deep down gut, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I like this side. There's nothing over there. There's not that much of a view. Ain't much of a view either. But I had my first knock on the door at around 25. And obvious knock. You know, it was like you need to start slowing down. I was having a lot of fun, like you would probably hear most people say. And for the next 7 years or so, I tapered off, folks. I tapered off so slowly, up until the point to where the last hit I took was roughly 3 days ago. What is today? Thursday? I took my last hit Monday night at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night. And there's a reason, because, excuse me, the reason being is because it basically helps put me to sleep at the very, very end of the day. You know, I could smoke to have fun, I could smoke to exercise, I could smoke to cook, I could smoke to be with people. It could make everything fun. It could make everything better. I like smoking on my own. I'll get into alcohol maybe a little bit later. Honestly, my difficult one is cannabis, marijuana. Marijuana is an improper term, right? But cannabis basically gave me the positive mind frame at night. I was able to think positively before going to bed. I just couldn't stand the thought of going to sleep with negative thoughts. And to be quite frank, the past 3 nights, there hasn't been any sleep. Hasn't been much for sleep. I've been waking up. I know it's condescending statement, but I think I've woken up and just moved around every half hour. I'll close my eyes, wake up, move around, close my eyes, wake up, move around. And it just doesn't get anywhere. I went to bed at 1 last night, went to bed at past midnight the night before. I'm usually a 10 o'clocker. It helps to go to bed early for me. It helps to get me in bed early. Earlier. Not early enough, but earlier. Where am I trying to go with this? It's still loopy. So if you're looking for actual finished statements, finished conversations, a complete video topic, right? You just won't get it. That's why I have series and vlogs and whatnot, because this conversation will never end. It is never over. I think one of the alcohol principles, one of the rules, and I'm sorry I don't have these down yet. Actually, I'm not sorry. I just don't have them down yet. I'm still learning. But it has to do with being in the recovery aspect. You're like always recovering. You're always practicing. You can never do it again. You can never... once you go back, you can't go back. Or like once you go back, you're going back basically where you ended, right? Basically where you ended off. And there are rules that I know I am not particularly, I'm not fond of. There are many aspects to the whole game that I am looking to rewrite and redefine, so to speak. So perhaps other people that don't necessarily feel that they have like this deep, dark addiction towards a substance, but they feel the need to limit. You know, there is a way to limit. There is a way to slow down, take breaks, take time off. And there's a routine you can have, you know, and you can go back and you come off and go back and come off. I know many are going to be against this, and I understand that, but it is definitely to each their own. Everyone's different, and I'm pretty sure I'm sticking to this pretty well. I don't want to say I've been studying this, but I also don't want to say that I'm well aware of what's going on either. I'm kind of aware. 7 years ago, I've felt the urge, and I've felt it every day ever since then. So I'm aware of it, and I don't brush it off very lightly. I take my drug uses very seriously. Like I said, I don't like smoking in public anymore. I just don't. I have a very specific mind frame of how I like to work when I'm using a substance. I like to train. I like to exercise. I like to cook. I like to get things done. Unlike others, it's like I said, to each their own. More on this later. I'm already home. I'm on the farm. Home, and you can't see nothing. Home is where the heart is. Yeah, this is going to be a big series, though, folks. I'm not going to be able to organize stuff. I'm just going to label it and be straight up honest. Now that I'm finally sober, getting there, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to allow myself to express the feelings, right? Because in essence, cannabis, alcohol suppresses feelings. At least for me, just me. I will express, of course, when I drink alcohol. Very expressive, very fun, very open, right? I get it. But feelings and emotions, the negative ones, so to speak, right? Fun and happy is one thing. But when you get depressed, when you get anxious, when you get stressed over something specific, my immediate reaction when using is to way down deep, right? Just keep it down. You're a man. Yeah, that one rattles the brain often. So we're gonna continue this all on. It's late. I haven't been home prior to like 9. I think it's 8:30, almost 9 o'clock now. I'm trying to stay out as often as possible so I don't come home and get on my own. That's actually where my fear is. Like I said, just came from the bar. I haven't touched a thing, folks. Haven't touched a thing. When your shoulds become a must, it becomes... You're for real when your shoulds become a must, right? You're for real. I can't say it right when you're... I think you guys get the point, but I just want a good sounding recording so I can take it and use it later. Goodbye, folks. Turn that should into must. Woo! Bye-bye. I want to think of another one. I can't say like be sober expressively. Got nothing, folks. See ya. Live expressively.